very much for agreeing to have a chat about sort of what you've been up to. Just first, would you mind sort of saying who you are and what you do at the university, and also what made you actually get involved with Erica the Rhino?
Yeah, well, my name's Ash. I work in iSolutions. I'm in charge of the university's open data, which is we're very passionate about here at Southampton. We like to make our data open for students and for everyone else to use. Anything that isn't confidential, we think it should be public. You know, somebody should gain some kind of use from it. Yeah. We have a website which has lots of data about things like rooms and like cafes and things near the university, and useful things like iSolutions workstations and whether they're being used and things like that.
Cool.
I got involved in the project just because it's cool.
Fair enough. It is a pretty cool project. I'm probably involved in the same reason. So great. And yeah, would you just mind sort of giving us I know you've been sort of working on the brain team, but a little bit on sort of the service side of things as well. Just give us a little walkthrough of what you've been doing so far, and maybe what your plans are before we actually go live with the Rhino.
Well, what I'd like to do is get as much open data involved as possible, because there's a lot of open data out there on the web, whether people realise it or not. For example, we've got, this is just for the university, we have a list of the data that we make available for anybody to look at. And these are all in data sets, so we've got the event star, we've got facilities and food, and all of these have websites about them, and also that we make the data available in a raw form so that you can write, computer scientists can write programs that can use this data if they want. There are two sources on the web, there's DBpedia and the BBC, both make lots of data available in the same way, and they've actually made data available about rhinos. So what I'm hoping to do is get a data set about the rhino so that we can sort of access that data, and it has information on rhinos in the wild, where they live, you know, what sort of temperatures they're used to, and
okay. So yeah, you want to make the rhino more aware of its surroundings and the environment that it's in, I guess.
Yeah,
a long-term goal.
Yeah, just more knowledgeable and intelligent, basically.
Sorry. So have you got anything you can show us?
I have. At the minute, I've literally just been working on pulling open data from the BBC's weather service. Great. So if we go in here, you'll see the BBC actually has a feed which is at that address there. So if I pull in the actual temperature in Southampton, for example,
right, okay.
The rhino can respond based on the temperature. So
okay, so you say things accordingly.
Yeah, so we've got a list of things that it can say based on how hot it is or how cold it is in Southampton. So if we run the demo, if we just run it, it comes back with what a rhino would say. It's cold today, so we're used to far higher temperatures in southern Africa. So it's not very intelligent at the minute, but it does use data that's actually available on the net. And it wouldn't be able to do this without access to the weather data.
That's cool. So what sort of, how do you see this expanding realistically within the project's time limit, and before we actually go live with the Rhino, what do you expect it to be able to do?
Well, I'm still thinking at the minute, but it'd be nice to get as many different data sources as possible rather than just the weather. I mean, it's a very British thing to just talk about the weather all the time.
Maybe the news, get the news involved.
News would be good if there's anything to do with rhinos in the news. You could comment on it, or not that there is very often. It's cool. You never know.
Yeah, we obviously chatted to Mike earlier with his work on the brain. It'd be interesting to see how some of this might be able to link as well to behaviours with the rhino, maybe. Yeah. Being affected from the open data. That's cool. Well, thank you very much for that. Would you, just on a final note, and to round off really, silly question, if you could have anything in this rhino, okay, regardless of budget and time constraints, what would you want to see? What would you want to see Erica doing?
It'd be nice to be able to just walk up to her and ask her something and she'll tell you.
Okay.
Regardless of what that might be.
So a lot of data.
Yeah.
An incredibly intelligent fiberglass rhino.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and
pleasure.
Some cool stuff. Open data. It's good.